Everybody started?
Okay. Did you tell us about growing up? Were you aware of who your dad was when he was shot, when he was killed?
Most definitely. I wasn't born before my father got killed, but I most definitely knew who he was. By the way, I'm Rodney Tyrone Martin Jr., but I heard so many stories coming up. It used to be times when I can be walking down the street uptown, people looking from the back seat. Is that Fat Rodney, son? Is that this? Everywhere I go, I'm telling you, I've been so many places. People just really had to tell me about my father. When I let them know who my father is, they just get in the moment. Oh, your father did this, your father looked out on this, your father used to have the whole thing. Just, I get a lot of good stories about my father. Everywhere I go, it just seems like people just have their moment when they let me know who my father was and just tell me so many stories to the point I feel like I know who my father is, even though, but most definitely, yeah, I know, yeah.
Now, are you also musically inclined, like your dad?
Oh, I'm into the music. Wouldn't necessarily put myself as a rapper, but I have people that I work with who do music themselves that I try to help push their music. But I might freestyle every now and then or just get on something, but I don't take it as serious as how my father was really pushing it. But yeah, I'm into the music, but I'm not a rapper. I wouldn't classify myself as a rapper.
Okay. What are some of the things that people have said about your dad to you?
Oh, been a lot of things. For one, it's a story when people always tell me about how when they was about 19, 20, how they used to all go out to King's Dominion or New York, or they just make videos, just to have fun. I heard a lot of things about my father, but the main stories I heard was the King's Dominion trips, how he used to go out of town to different homecomings. See the footage on YouTube, I see about 30 to 40,000 people he got doing like this. What you gonna do, Fat Rodney? Definitely amazed me, but yeah, it's a lot of things. One guy named Gary Payne, who I think he from over the Certain Quarters already. He used to box back in the day. He told me one day my father gave him a proposition. He said he had a big fight coming up. He said, if you beat this dude, I'm gonna get you. If you beat this dude and knock him out, I'm gonna get you a whole diamond ring that say Gary Payne. But if you just win, I'm gonna get you a diamond ring that say GP. To this day, this man still got that ring, real diamond out with my father. Just a lot of stories. That's too many. It's a lot of stories that I hear about my father though. Just every day, since I've been little, to the point. That's how I carried it with me, period. My mother is my inspiration, my father is my motivation. Just most definitely hear a lot of things, great things about my father. Never heard nothing negative about my father.
Now, your dad straddled the fence with music life and street life. How do you keep yourself balanced?
Can you repeat the question? Like,
How do you keep yourself balanced as far as not falling into the trap that most black men in DC fall into as far as the drugs and crime, and just stick with helping people with the music?
when I was growing up, first of all, I got a mother. She like my mother and my father. And then I just, basically as I was growing up, I did everything that I thought if my father was here, what would he want me to do? How would he want me to carry my life as? I could have, my mother worked 2 jobs. I could have did basically went out there and did anything I wanted to do, but I was working for my mother and my father. I said, my mother at work, my father would have wanted me to do this. So I just, I knew what I was capable of doing, but I just kept it on a positive level because everything that I'm doing right now, I knew my father would want me to do it the way I'm doing it. And ever since 7th grade, I was making over 3.5 every semester. Went to college for 2 years. I'm currently not in college, but I plan on continuing going back to college. But just like I said, my father's my motivation. And My mother was my inspiration. That's how I created my whole life. Basically, my grandmother, my aunt, just I know everything I'm doing. I know they would want me to do it exactly the way I'm doing it.
What does this documentary on your dad mean to you?
Oh, it means a lot to me. You know, it's giving me. It amazed me when I first heard that they were gonna do this, because I get so much recognition and great news about my father that just feel like it's just that perfect timing when that it's just people waiting for this. Basically, people been asking me, man, they gonna do, you know. So it means a lot to me right now that somebody actually who had the power to create this project and just to push it and make this thing happen. So I'm really excited about it.
If your father was still alive, how do you think the music scene in DC would have been influenced by him?
Oh, I would have put on, if you ask me, that was my father. I probably have put him in the same category as these Jay-Z's and these 50 Cents and stuff like that. Because my father, from what I heard, from busting out to CDs he got on the mic with Red Ashes Junkyard, turned the place down, rapping, everybody. Father, he was like the rappers in DC right now who come from DC, like Wale, when they get interviewed, they say they look up to my father. So that's big right there from a person who already made it in the industry, saying that this is the guy who I actually looked up to make me rap. So, yeah.
Like your dad has been referenced as the Biggie Smalls of DC before there was even a Biggie Smalls. What do you think of that reference?
Like I said, it make me excited. That's how I know. That's how I feel, because like I said, since I was young, people just tell me, "Oh, your father this, your father that." In my head, my father was a superstar. Basically, when I watched the movie The Toys, I don't know my father. I mean, I never met my father, but when I watched that, it just reminded me so much of my father. How he was just came off the porch and started rapping, or he rapped. Yeah, he just was trying to, just how the movie The Toys is, it just give me a picture of how it was back in the day in DC, and just put my father in Biggie Smalls' shoes and how he would have did it if he would have been alive to continue to see the rest of his life.
That's great. But do you want to rap for us just a little bit?
Do I want to rap? I mean, I can say a rap that my father did.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
He got the song called "Bustin' Out." Dun 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 dun. He said, "My name is Rapper Rodney. I'm the girl's sex pill. I'm respected, but I'm not Rodney Dangerfield. I'm young to see, busting out on the scene. 256 feet. I'm only 19. Now I know I'm fat. I know that you're bigger. If I was heavy D, I'd be a little bit bigger. I'm changing on my style, my flavor, my type of. Get you on the dance floor, move a little hyper. Hands in the air, move your body and your feet. Enjoy yourself, it's fat, riding smooth piece of meat. Then tell me if you do this, and let me hear you scream and shout. Remember this, a dribbling. I'm just busting out. And they get on. Oh, what you gonna do, Fat Rodney? Hey, straight to the top, here to make your body rock. Mixed over beat with a freaky deaky hip hop. Rappers like basketball seeds can check me. Imagine me as Barkley, learn to respect me. Jealous rappers, they try to disselect me. Put a quarter in the jukebox, push me and select me. Girls, they try to neglect me. Now a rocky body, baby, don't even sweat me. Cause all the time, I knew you was what the, you know, it turned it out.